Hi there, today I'm going to take you through some of the codes that are involved in some of the artworks that I've done for this project. This first one that we'll be looking at is the code for the IntraFacing project, which is the one that works between a dog and a human working with dog gesture. You can probably hear my dog scrabbling around in the background. This and a couple of the others that I will be showing you today, not all of the projects that I've made, but these ones that I'll be showing you right now are made in a program called Game Salad. Game Salad is a program used for making app games. It's sort of like a simplified version of Unity that can't do all of the things that Unity can do, but it's more drag and drop than it is code writing. So it's really quick to prototype, and it's really, for me, much quicker than Unity for bringing interactive projects together. What you're looking at right now is just the opening screen that shows all the different scenes that are involved in the IntraFacing project. It is a lot, and as you can see, there are different ones to do with walking and sitting and so on, and these are the different game pages that come up, and then we have the opening screen and then the two different interfaces, the dog interface and the human interface. So the way that this project works, if I just click on any one of these, you can now see in this software all the different actors that I'm scrolling through now that are involved. So each one of the little tasks is its own actor, and if I scroll down you can see, the disclaimer is its own actor, the different sounds involved are their own actors. And if I scroll down here, you can see some of the different images that are involved. Game Salad is a frame-by-frame animation program, and the little sounds that are involved. So if I look up here under tables, you can see some of the different tables that are being used in this project. And this is quite an important thing for this project, because we've got our online table, which is what sends our different dog gestures to a server so that the other phone can, or the other device can pick them up. There are the different, and there's also the actions table, which shows the different dog gestures that we're looking for and the different scenes that they correspond to. So as you may know, there are different tasks involved and they're related to the particular gesture. And so these are the different scenes that are involved for each gesture. You can see there's 9. And you can see this one down here halfway didn't get used in the end. And so these are the different gestures that we have. I didn't show you the online table before because it looks like nothing. And then here's our table that tells us what each gesture is in accelerometer. So walking is between -1 and -95 Z. And here are the Y's and here are the X's. And you can see the different top and bottom accelerometer movement that they correspond to. So for instance, -0.9 to -0.7 is considered sitting. That basically means that the dog's back has gone down at a particular angle, and so that's what's being picked up as the gesture of sitting. I had a bit of a thought at the time that sitting and a female dog taking a wee are quite similar in terms of the back going down, and I had trouble sort of differentiating between the two, but it sort of came out that female dog taking a wee was more like 0.6 or 0.65, which is why this angle just cuts that one out. So now that you've seen the different tables, this will make more sense once I open up, for instance, the dog controller actor. This is the actor that monitors for the different movements and then sends that to the server. So it has a bit of time involved in it because, as we know, it's doing it every 5 seconds. And that's just it displaying it. And then that one's just a test one. And so here we are monitoring for the actions. So here's walking. You can see it takes those table cell values that we had in that table, and then it converts that to something that can be sent to the online table. And then that goes up to a server in something called Firebase. And then here's sitting, etc., etc. And so these are all the different movements that we're monitoring for and sending them up to the server when we find them, all the way down to monitoring for stillness. So now if we go and check out this one called Human Controller, this is basically finding it at the other end. So it takes the number that's been sent to it via the server, and it turns that essentially into the choice of a task. So this is it essentially just registering that a dog movement has occurred, and then it will send you via this table that we saw before, the actions table, to any one of these numbered scenes depending on the action that it's found. So say it's found lying side 2, it will take you to any of these scenes here, and those will be lying side 2, you know, one of these things. So you'll see some other things here: simulate action, old action, new action. Simulate action was just for testing purposes, but old action and new action, if you recall on the screen, you will see that either a new action is displayed if it happens, or a previous action is displayed down the bottom if you want to click on that. And that's basically what they are. And I don't really know if there's much more that is interesting to say here. I mean, these are all the different little images that get spawned. I'm using a particle effect simulator for each of those. Really, this was incredibly detailed. There are so many scenes involved. There are so many actors involved. And doing it in a way that didn't have to send giant amounts of data to a server, I think I came up with a pretty good solution for that, which was basically just to send a number that the other phone could turn into the data. So all the images and sounds and so on are already living on the human's device. They're not actually being sent from the dog's device. The only thing being sent from the dog's device is the gesture. And so if I wanted to edit any of these, I would just click into this, and this one is just displaying text, and I would go in and change that text. And then if I went to that scene, I don't actually remember which scene that was, and preview it. Okay, that wasn't exactly the scene, but there it is there. And then it goes back to the start. You can see the last action was a very long time ago, because obviously I'm not currently playing the game, so it's just kind of going a little bit crazy because it's just being opened on the computer. And so that's the code. You'll be sent this. You can look through it yourself if you like, but otherwise you can always let me know if you have any questions.